The Best 96.3. I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano with your news for today, September 16th, 2011. Recent wildfires created an inferno for residents in central Texas, and those to the south fear dry brush and winds could bring a similar situation right here to Del Rio. Emergency Management Coordinator for the city, John Sheedy, has more.
We typically have numerous smaller fires that we're rapidly able to take care of, don't cause us any problems.
But Del Rioans aren't out of the clear just yet. Sheedy says brush and tall grass around your home make for an ideal formula for a fire.
One of the things we always encourage our citizens to be careful for is make sure you don't have any vegetation around your home. So if there were to be a fire in the vicinity, your home would have some protection.
So how can you be prepared in case of such an event?
Residents should always be aware of, especially in drier conditions like this, make sure that you have a garden hose attached to both sides of your house or all four sides of your house.
Police were called to the residence of 32-year-old Daniel Ozuna after a dispute with his wife turned into an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The weapon in this case was a pair of scissors. Ozuna was arrested and charged. Police are still investigating. While the global financial crisis continues to haunt America, Texas seems to be one of the less impacted states. But for small towns like Del Rio, the financial crisis seems to be getting the best of the Queen City. According to the Texas Labor Market Review for August 2011, Del Rio's unemployment rate was at an alarming 11.4%, compared to the nation's total 9%. But keep in mind, the unemployment rate takes into consideration the total population and the total number of persons who are, quote-unquote, supposed to be working. Miguel del Castillo, representative for Texas Workforce Solutions, explains.
The population in Del Rio is 46,000 people, okay? Out of those 46,000, only 12,000 should be working because kids, right, to go to school and not work, and we have a lot of wives that stay at home.
Castillo says despite the double-digit rating, Del Rio could see a glimmer of hope.
Especially when we live in a city like Del Rio, because in Del Rio attracts a lot of companies because of the labor, because we're very close to Mexico.
And Castillo was right. The city is indeed adding a new department store, and restaurants are also in the works. But while many embrace the idea of a new eatery, Castillo says adding new restaurants may not be a good idea.
The reason that I say I don't think it's a good idea is because people are not traveling. There used to be a lot of people passing by Del Rio, and they used to stop and eat, and everything. Because of the economy and the prices of gas, we don't have that anymore.
But nonetheless, new businesses coming to Del Rio is a good sign, and we can expect to see more growth in the years to come. This in part due to the construction of the Ports to Plains Corridor. The Ports to Plains Corridor, which expands from northern U.S. all the way to Coahuila, Mexico, will bring trade and commerce to Del Rio. Al Ariola, executive director for the Chamber of Commerce, explains the intention of the corridor.
The Ports to Plains Corridor, the intention of it was to bring the energy and agricultural heartland of America together a little bit more efficiently through road infrastructure.
Construction has been underway for some time now, but has come to a slow due to lack of funding.
Policy for funding on roads has traditionally been based on traffic counts, and you can estimate as it lies currently from Del Rio to San Angelo, traffic counts are pretty minimal.
Ariola says he is confident those funds will be in place, especially now with President Obama's new job plan, which pushes for reinvestment in American infrastructure.
And I believe that based on what is being said in the federal government, if that type of money is available, we're very confident we can secure those kind of funds.
So when construction is finally complete, Del Rioans can expect to see jobs popping up by the second.
This is going to be trucking route. You're going to need gas stations. You're going to need that sort of those sort of businesses. That being said, too, you're still going to need restaurants where these people want to stop to eat. You're still going to need shopping, again, where these people can come to shop. We can expect a boom.
So in this situation, the Field of Dreams saying proves to be true. If you build it, they will come. You can catch us every weekday at 5 p.m. with your up-to-date, up-to-the-minute local news. Follow us on Twitter, KTDR-FM, or on our webpage, thebestktdr.com. With your radio news, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano.